talk about perfect timing. We are literally just about to start diving into the charger quarter panels, and USPS shows up with a heat wave package, which they just sent us the Z87 rated brand new transition lens. So when you're working outside, you know, there's a darker tint to them. I got the Future Tech style.
What are these ones?
These are the laser face.
These are cool.
Oh, I freaking love these. If you go out in the sun, they go darker and yay! Okay, new safety glasses. So
time to start chopping.
Time to get into it. We got the grinder set up. We got our AMD quarter panel ready to mock up and do a little tracing. And time to start making some sparks fly. This is so wild to watch. You're just chopping into a 68 charger.
Yeah. Good news is I don't smell any Bondo down at the bottom, so that's good. But yeah, we're just gonna get this quarter panel rough cut out. We have our new one, which is sitting inside over here.
Yep.
Go ahead and flip this over so you guys can see. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut 1 inch from the edge here, and then take most of that quarter panel off of the car, and then we're gonna go in and undo all the spot welds, drill them out, whatever it takes to get them off. And then we're gonna mock this one up in there and weld it in. So pretty excited to see how this looks afterwards. We've never done this before, but we will figure it out.
We are attempting it ourselves.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, we're doing it.
Well, you know what? There's only one way to learn.
Just gotta get in
there. You know, all these cars here, I didn't know how to do it. I just figured it out on the way. So that's what we're gonna do. No different. So basically, like I said earlier, we're cutting along the edges here, and we're gonna get all of this crap off. You can see how horrible this panel is here, and it's kind of rotted out towards the bottom. So we're gonna get into there and see. There's probably some more rust issues on the inside, so that's why we're taking this all off, so we can address all of that while we're there.
Yeah.
And get this car a lot more solid. We got the perimeter all cut out, but it's still attached somewhere, so we're trying to figure out where. But I have a feeling it's underneath here somewhere. I think so. Oh, right here.
You see it?
There's a plug weld on the back side, so we'll get that out and maybe the whole panel will come off.
Okay. And you guys can really see that factory gold that's underneath this orange.
I wonder what they called that.
Yeah, if you guys know that color for the 1968 model year, leave a comment down below. Also, let us know what color you think we should paint this thing. My vote is black, because I want it to look like the death-proof Charger, even though this is a 68. I don't care. But yeah, Danny did a nice clean job of cutting it. And then I just pulled the bumper off because that had to come off anyway to remove the rest of this.
So I might have lied. I think I have replaced a quarter panel before, but it's been a really long time. And this little tool right here is called a spot weld drill bit. Basically, you put this in the middle of the spot weld. It's got a little spring loaded deal in there, so when you push it in, it'll just cut a circle around the spot weld so you can remove the panel.
Nice. You already got the tools and everything.
like that.
Oh. Oh wow. Popped off.
Ready?
Oh my goodness. Hang on.
Yank the thing.
Let me Oh.
Stuck right here, hang on.
Okay.
Got it.
Oh, there's a lot of junk in here.
One more spot.
Oh.
Alright.
Oh, the mess.
Oh, Nelly. So to my surprise, it's actually not that rusty, all things considered. I've seen a lot of Chargers that got like really rusted out in these areas here, and all this is really solid. So basically it's just the radius around the wheels here, the inner radius, and then this spot right here. And we have trunk extensions, so this is all getting replaced anyways. The seam is right here. There's some seam sealer. You can't see it right now, but underneath there's like a little lap weld deal, and we'll have to drill out all those spot welds and then put the new one on. And we're gonna probably have to cut out a little section here for this piece. We'll see. We got to get it cleaned up.
Yeah. You did it.
All right, it's done.
All right. Sell it.
Now the fun part, drilling out all the spot welds. Oh, we could probably still reuse these.
There's two of them?
Oh, they're both there.
There you go.
Perfect.
Could
Oh,
probably,
it already has holes for their speakers.
could probably sell those at the Fall Fling for $1,000.
Probably saw that quarter panel too. Original.
68 Charger.
Yeah, we gotta clean this car up. It's so dirty in there.
Yeah, not looking forward to it, but it has to get done. So, I'm gonna start sweeping all this rust.
Yeah.
And you'll start pulling all this out. Okay, so now we're taking off these little moldings back here, and Danny was the one who noticed that this actually was a black vinyl top car from factory. So you can see just these like little pieces that are coming through, and I think that's really cool. It would have been gold with a vinyl top. That would have looked pretty sharp.
All right, so the next step is to separate what's left of the quarter panel to the rest of the car. So as you can see, these are two separate pieces here, and this piece right here on the top side is part of the quarter panel. So we'll have to drill out all the spot welds, which is basically from the factory. They like join the two together with weld. So we have to like grind those off or use a spot weld drill bit to drill them out and separate the two pieces of metal. So that way when we put it in our new piece, it'll overlap here again. We'll clean it all up and then spot weld it again. So it'll be kind of like factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just gonna do our best to replace as much of the rust as we can, and then we'll pour 15 all of this stuff and then put the new panel on top from AMD and weld it all in, and it should look pretty good.
This is like a really bad area right here that he's working on.
Yeah, so it got a little crunched up here, as you can see. But here's that rear panel, and there's a little bit of rust here, a little bit of rust down here. We'll cut out certain sections and try to make this look the best that we can. But this part here is actually part of the quarter panel, so that's all going to be new from the new quarter panel. So really this isn't too bad. It's not going to be the straightest. It has a few whiskey dents here and there, but those are mostly from racing, not drinking.
Yeah.
What do you think of all this?
I think so far it's going a lot better than I expected. I thought this is going to be like the worst job in the world, and so far so good. Your cuts are nice and clean. It's making it look like less daunting, and then we have a really good piece to like patch in here.
Yeah. Well, I will say this is the easy part.
Oh.
Yeah, it gets a lot harder than this because it's not just throw it on there and weld it in. It's everything's got to line up, and things are gonna have to get banged around before we can actually start doing any welding. Unfortunately, none of the window regulators are in here, and we were just talking about it. Like, are we going to put windows back in it, or what are we going to do? Looks like for now, we're going to keep it race car, so it'll probably just have no windows. Probably remove the windows from here. We'll keep the A-pillar windows. And yeah, we got a big plan for this thing, so. Usually when you get to where it's rusty, once you start drilling it out and you see a bunch of rust coming out, that's when you know you're through the weld. So technically you're supposed to like use a punch to make a little hole for this thing to index itself, but I'm just being a little stubborn or lazy, I don't know.
It's working.
And usually you can just kind of feel where they're at. You can't really see them where the spot welds are.
Yeah, I was wondering how you're picking and choosing.
Yeah, you just kind of get a feel for it. See how the rust started coming out there?
Mm-hmm.
Separate it like that. Looks like there's another one right here in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
See how it separated right when I drilled through it?
Yep. Oh yeah, look at that. There we go.
So this is all getting replaced, and so is this little corner here. So we have all these little spot welds to drill out along this spot. So you see that line right there?
Yeah.
That's the new quarter panel. So once we drill out these spot welds, the new panel will lay over like this, and then we can drill holes in the new panel and weld the holes to the old panel on the inside.
Yep.
And try to make it look like it was factory.
So Danny has gotten started on this piece right here, but you can see all the little spot welds and how annoying they are. There's so many of them just in this piece. But basically, where's the bit? Where is it? Over there? Yep. So he taught me that it's literally you're just cutting around the weld. So you gotta like basically pinpoint it perfectly, weld around just enough to where you don't go through, but we've gone through on a couple of them, that's fine. And then this whole piece here needs to come off.
Big pain in the dick.
Junk. junk.
Okay, so Olivia has been watching me very closely for the past hour and a half, so she's gonna give her a shot at removing the spot weld. Push it in. Go ahead, push it in. Because it's like spring loaded. Can you feel it?
Yeah. Better, not quite. Oh, shit.
How's it going over here?
It's good. I got 2 of them out, like textbook, like really nice. 2 of them punched through. So I'm trying not to do that, but it's just tricky, like finding like where they are. I think like I feel for them, but then I'm like questioning everything. I'm like, did I get it?
So what do you think about this kind of metal work now? Earlier you said this looks really easy, or it's going really easy.
It's going real smooth, but it's definitely a technique. Like, I feel like if I knew what I was really feeling, then I wouldn't mind being here. It's not too bad, but like I said, I have no idea what I'm feeling for, so I just feel a dip, and I'm like, okay, that's gotta be it. But it's just tricky.
Yeah.
But I'm really proud of those 2. Forget the 2 in the middle, let's ignore those. This one, like, literally came out, like, as a piece. I think that's it. So.
Okay.
Well.
So at this rate, it's going to take us 2 months.
I already told Danny, I was like, if this was all me, this would be, like, yeah, probably months of just, like, slowly getting at this thing. You did it!
Yeah, this tool works out really well. This chisel. You just put it in between and it just
separates.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we gotta clean this up, but it works really well. And now we could test fit this panel. Right there.
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna go a little bit lower here to be flush. But it'll butt right up to that, and then we could spot weld it back in.
Nice.
Yeah. So like I said earlier, we are gonna have to replace probably most of this part here. How you doing? Good. Good.
Much more forward.
Gonna have to go in front of the door jam.
So it's getting dark out and we have quite the mess on our hands. So we're gonna start cleaning up. But we mocked up the quarter panel and man, it looks good.
So obviously we have a lot more work to do before this can actually go on for good, but we got a big chunk of it done today and we'll just keep chipping away at it. We'll get this thing welded on here. Yeah. And then after this side's done, we'll move on over and do the other side as well. And then after that, we got a really nice suspension kit to put underneath this car and some other pieces we have for it as well. We're already starting to get engine parts showing up. So this is from Holley. This is their Polar
Frostbite 4-row radiator, and then it comes with the matching shroud for a 16-inch fan.
Yeah, so pretty nice shroud it comes with. And a 4-row aluminum radiator, so this should help keep that 440 nice and cool.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we're gonna put a Delta Pag 16-inch fan on here. That's gonna pull a ton of air through all 4 rows. And wow, the Charger is looking so much better.
Yeah, seeing that quarter straight, oh, it looks so good.
And here's a closer look at the Hooker Super Competition headers. They're really nice thick flanges, and there are two pieces. So this slides into there, and I believe that's to help with the original torsion bar suspension when you install them. But we won't be needing that where we're going, because we got a really kick-ass suspension kit coming. Well, it's already here.
And yeah, so you'll be seeing that suspension kit in a future video, and obviously we'll have the quarter panels all finished in a future video. But I just wanted to give a really quick plug to Heatwave. Thank you so much for sending us these safety glasses. These are their brand new transition lens, which, as you guys saw, they can transition dark to light depending if you're in the shop or outside. So if you guys want 10% off all Heatwave products, be sure to use my code LIVE10. That applies to anything on their website. So I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah, Charger's looking real good. And we will see you guys next week.